throughout the tournament.
Oh, yeah. And that is an absolutely scary thing to find because, you know, in winner side grands, someone who had all the momentum, a reverse sweep, and now in losers finals, someone who just got reverse swept versus someone else who's coming out of another reverse sweep. This momentum is insane to play against. So if you're Yberrie, you're going to be in a lot of trouble trying to find your way past these monsters.
And absolutely, but Yberrie has proved many times again and again that he is a monster himself. But we're gonna see two titans collide here. Yberrie, the super strong, really cool Ore versus the seasoned Unladen. Will we see another reverse sweep? That's what I'm wondering. Or will it be a very strong set from either player? Who knows? But let's go into game one again on a Merchant Port.
All right, and you know, last time we saw Swampy Estuary, this time we're seeing Merchant Port. And honestly, you know, I will say, sometimes that aesthetic really does change things. But right now, Unladen not looking to have anything change. These parries are phenomenal, and we saw so many of them hitting Borb in the last set.
And it's actually be really interesting because these two did face each other before, so there will be some habits still on download, some things still noted. So it's not going to be like a fresh game one. This is going to be a set of, you know, reads and strong adaptations.
Oh my god. Now, what a recovery mix-up, and you can see that Unladen's already bringing it all out, but Yberrie's so ready to bat it right back.
Absolutely no fear running off stage to find that kill, but Unladen with the back air sends Yberrie so far back, limiting Yberrie's options. The smoke acting scary, but Yberrie again, no fear, doesn't care. But the back air, so many strays we saw on Unladen, but that's what you need to find the stocks in this situation. And Yberrie.
Yeah, I mean, we got a bunch of up airs to just rack up so much damage on Unladen really quickly. But, you know, one back air, two back air, who cares? The question is, what does Unladen do as a response to Yberrie's onslaught of up airs?
I'm actually really impressed by the amount of parries we're seeing, and a beautiful DI to avoid the bash there. And
oh my god!
Not as much DI to avoid the back air death. That will be enough with Combustor online, 147 though. And Yberrie at 0, I don't know how much Unladen's gonna be able to get used out of it before having used it to survive.
Oh, and opts to not use it, and this time, you know, essentially an even stock for stock number 3. Yberrie in a lot of trouble here if Unladen can get the control. You see that a single hit could lead to Yberrie's death, even if Yberrie is getting so much out of these neutral wins. Looking for a third back air off the side.
They're coming in so much handy already. Unladen at 84%. But a beautiful parry. We've seen a few of those from Unladen just seeming to be on lockdown of what Yberrie is able to do. And answering it right back at 82% now on Yberrie. Unladen at 112 off stage though. This could be a really tricky situation. And an F strong for the recovery will take game one.
Had no resources, had no way to mix it up outside of a, you know, smoke placement, but Yberrie going to recognize that very quickly and just going to take that stock in easy textbook fashion. But right now, Unladen, we saw this, Unladen and Yberrie both seem to be the type to really go for those salty runbacks. Instead, here we are once again, Merchant Port. We've seen it 3 times in a row now. Let's go, baby. I love this format.
What a great
stage layout's great.
What a great variety of stages we are seeing. But let's not take that away from the variety of players, though. These two players impressing me so much with the differences in their playstyle, but how making it mesh in this really cool sort of fashion here. Unladen, super aggressive. Yberrie, Unladen sort of more this like tactical aggression with this, whereas Yberrie is rush down, go. And we're seeing that
no double jump
now, and that will be it. Forcing Unladen off stage, beautiful parry, and then an up shot will be enough to take it.
Yeah, and Yberrie now in a lot of trouble as Unladen on a fresh stock, you know, trying to get this ledge guard, but not going to be able to do it. And now Yberrie has an opportunity for a lot of extra credit. but the down strong once again from Unladen. We've seen this time and time again. They are just so good at reading the tech rolls, reading the panic options with these down strongs. Just throw on a little bit of extra charge, even when your opponent's fully actionable. Doesn't matter as long as you can land it.
I mean, landing it, Unladen is. We're seeing a lot of cape here as well. Unladen going for that, and many down strongs as well, already at 90%. A down strong from Yberrie, not too often seen by Ori. We've seen it once before, but not too much has come out of it.
Yeah, I mean, right now, just opting to charge sign a lot. You know, you have your opponent at a very high percent. You know, you can still look for the bash, but it's still very difficult. But the anti-air down strong from Unladen going to put Yberrie in a rough position here. Jab down tilt. We're not seeing the down strongs just yet. Instead, setting up for combust. 50% is death percent for Ori here.
As soon as Unladen is able to find this chain onto offstage, uses it a little bit earlier than expected, but wasn't able to find anything from it. Yberrie going full send though with the back air. Very nice bash to come back on stage, and not quite finding a kill yet, but Unladen 135% is looking in a very tough position.
Oh, but Unladen right now trying to get back, doesn't burn the air dodge, doesn't get back. Just needs to find some way how to seal out the stock. What in the world? One parry, two parries, not gonna be able to get the kill just yet.
The bash catches, I did not expect that to catch from Yberrie, but Unladen unfazed is still providing an onslaught here, 120%, and the pressure will be enough to prevent Yberrie from coming back to stage and prevent game 2 from going to the wrong hands.
There was quite a bit of spaghetti in that last stock, but you know, both these players, you can see how much it means to them. Right now, Yberrie is going to be taking it to Frozen Fortress, and we saw this stage twice in the last set that we've seen Yberrie.
Definitely seems to be much more of a comfort pick than a matchup pick. Sometimes that's what you need at this level, just a stage you're familiar with the layout and comfortable using, because Yberrie already providing a strong combo to start off with, that comfortability coming in handy, and the onslaught is not stopping just yet.
Yeah, and Yberrie just going for these insane options, but not quite able to land them. Bash not connecting, but up strong, going to cover the end lag just fine.
I think we've seen a situation very similarly before, where the opponent has air dodge and Yberrie caught it with the up strong. That will be enough to take the stock. Sometimes all you need is the tried and true methods. But Yberrie currently putting on, again, so much damage just from the aggression we're seeing, and just, I believe, just the familiarity with the platforms and how Unladen can move around it. Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, Yberrie just... So there's a few options that you can do with sign tap, right? You know, there's the shotgun, which is stuff like up air, sign tap, up air, nair, sign tap, nair, etc., etc. Yberrie opts for a slightly different option, which is the flat drop up air sign tap F strong, which I don't think any of us were ready for, and Unladen absolutely was not ready to DI that one. Right now, Yberrie just looking for a full stock, not gonna get it, not gonna be able to come back, and Unladen, another lease at life, another opportunity, but right now, that opportunity is getting squandered by an Ori ledge trap. Yberrie taking game 3.
Sometimes you just have to gamble and invest, and Yberrie did it perfectly. The return was great, and comes down to game 2 under Yberrie's belt. Nicely done, nicely converted after an SD, mental not shaken up, and now it's Unladen's turn to pick again. And this could be
pond.
We're going to Triple Pond, so an interesting pick here from Unladen. What do you think could really be done out of this stage? Because I see a lot of potential from Ori, but I'm also seeing a lot of back air chains by Unladen off the side.
I mean, honestly, this is a particularly great stage for Ori if you have things like the Perfect Soul recovery down, but it doesn't seem like Yberrie is quite ready for that. Unladen, on the other hand, seems to be very, very ready to catch everything. A parry on the sign charge, a back air to take stock 1, and Unladen is in peak form.
Unladen so strong right now. Yberrie has so much work to do. Unladen is not making it any easier though. Setting all the way so far off. One stray down air here could be enough to take Yberrie's stock. But getting back to stage nice, safely. Unladen though, just unrelenting with the capes. Has such a strong read on Yberrie.
And right now, Unladen needs to find some way how to, just push this lead. Double up cake, but doesn't opt for the knife either time because they realize, they know that it's not going to connect. Just continuing with these textbook options. But Yberrie getting 1 stock back could be the start of something huge.
Unladen's parry though, it could be rather deadly. Yberrie answers back immediately though, not quite being able to convert off of it, but here we are seeing it again, picked up, sign, getting in a bit for Yberrie to start something. Up air carrying Unladen far off stage, 85%. Unladen scrambling to get back right now. And Yberrie potentially finding a kill here. Unladen now on ground stage, back to neutral.
Yeah, a lot of tempo 0 parries coming out from Unladen here. Is Yberrie just now not going to go for these tempo 0, options in advantage. So these parries just aren't working as well as they were earlier, making the very, very necessary changes. And regardless of who wins this game, that's not boding well for Unladen in this set. Right now, Yberrie just looking to make the full comeback in this game, just trying to find some way how to take out Unladen.
We've seen Unladen come back from much worse though, so this could really be anyone's game. Will Unladen be able to get a little bit of advantage here to close it off, or will Yberrie continue the streak?
What?
And
that dare just perfectly placed to catch the rising up air from Yberrie, and Unladen bringing it to game 5. It was a bit of a nail biter towards the end there, but either way, game number 5, Treetop Lodge. Here we go.
Here we are, another game 5, 3 sets in a row. They're giving us a lot of content here today, but that's what we love to see. These players going at it with all their heart and soul. And Unladen starting off with a beautiful lead, 55%, and Yberrie already having to play catch up.
Yeah, right now, Forz and Ori both just spit out so much damage. You have to be very, very careful because a single neutral loss could lead to half of your stock being gone, essentially. Yberrie, right now, in a lot of trouble. Down strong from Unladen, going to be able to take that stock very effectively.
With the signature down strong coming out from Unladen, super strong, super powerful, and will be enough to take it. Yberrie answering back with another down strong. I actually think it's really interesting. I see almost no Ori use down strong in the utility kit. Yberrie seems to be a big fan though, and the bash will send Unladen far down. Sign, putting Unladen in even more trouble here. Unladen able to get back, but the back air will send off, and it will kill.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Downstrong has a lot of utility options as long as you're using it as an anti-air or on ledge, but you have to be very, very careful with how you use it. And Yberrie, recognizing that Unladen isn't ready for it each of these times, and right now, doesn't seem that Unladen's ready for Yberrie's onslaught of aerials.
But 2 pads in a row, once again, very nicely read from Unladen. Yberrie, again, very nicely using the sign to recover with bash, but Unladen spacing beautifully, ready for the options and aerials that Yberrie is able to bring out, but that will not stop Yberrie. Beautiful catch, limiting Unladen's resources, just the pressure we've seen again and again, and finally using a strong to take the stock.
Yeah, and Yberrie just, opting to wait, knows that the down strong is going to come out, and opts for things like, hit, fall, dare, up tilt, where these options aren't going to be getting caught by the anti-air down strong. Right now, one back air could seal it, one down strong could do it, not going to be able to do it from Unladen just yet, though.
Very nice use from Kondo, aware that Yberrie needs to come back to the wall, and the clone pop limiting Yberrie's options just a little bit more, stalling for a little bit more time, and a down strong will very nicely take it. Unladen just knowing where Yberrie's going to begin, knowing how to convert, beautifully taking that stock, but Yberrie answering right back. 105% here from Unladen. Beautiful parry though.
Big parry. Oh, this could be big. And Unladen right now starting off a big string. Air dodging back onto stage as long as Unladen's not taking off. But the jab, F tilt, sign charge up strong. You know, so many moves just strung into one way to take that set. No more reverse sweeps, says Yberrie. I'm going to Grands, and I'm going to make a sweep of my own.
This time history will repeat itself.